just 5 months to end their 2018, but the last 7 months have not been rosy in many homes around Uganda. As the country connects the dots of the Raga murder, many more dots have not yet been connected. Let us start from the first month, January. On the second day of 2019, the New Vision reported 2 murder cases. 32-year-old Dennis Tumwesige Zinsanze, a casual worker at Chisubi Seminary in Wakiso, was allegedly murdered by unknown assailants who dumped his body along Nabinonia. On the same day, 32-year-old John Michael Wari, a resident of Chitala in Katabi Town Council, was reported to have been stabbed by his wife, Lillian Asasira, who is said to have suspected him of having an affair with a house help. On the third day of January, it was reported that residents of Kakoma village in Kalisizo, Chotira district, were gripped with fear on New Year's Eve after Panga welding hitmen invaded the village and killed Jalia Nakajigo, a 70-year-old woman, as she walked from her kitchen to her house. There were 4 more murders that were published in January. Moving on to February, the New Vision published 3 murder cases. On February 18th, it was reported that residents of Bwemwimbi village in Bwemwefa sub-county in Manafo district were left in shock after a man allegedly killed his son over a piece of pork. Anthony Namisiko, 45 years, killed an 8-year-old Joel Wamwimbi. On the same day, 35-year-old woman Mary Taisa was reported to have had the worst of this year's Valentine's Day. It was reported that she was gang-raped and later strangled to death on Valentine's Day in Rutete sub-county. The following day, a report of 2 children from the same neighborhood in Chireka were murdered by cutting their throats. The murders continued on in March. There was a climax in this month of Ronald Sebulime, who was shot dead by a police officer on orders for training State Minister for Information and Communication Technology, Ida Nantaba Erius, as she was driving from Kayunga to Kampala in the company of her bodyguard. Earlier that month, 5 children from one family were killed on Thursday, 14th March 2018 in Bufunjo sub-county, Chenjojo district by unknown assailants. The children were allegedly murdered in an act of revenge. They were attacked at their father's house, Stephen Tumwebaze, who was away on a business trip in Kasese. On the 12th of March, the police in Luwero were investigating the murder of a senior 4 student who was killed on her way home from school. The Savannah Region Police spokesperson, Paul Kanga, identified the deceased as 17-year-old Florence Namtebi, a resident of Buwanuka village in Luwero. In April, a Rwandan businessman was shot dead in Kisoro. 52-year-old Lambert Sabaho was shot dead by unknown assailants who were traveling in a saloon car. This was reported on 17th April. On the 22nd of April, a primary 6 pupil Julius Amutuhaire from Chakahangire Foundation Primary School in Liantonde district was not lucky to complete the 4th month of 2019. The head teacher of the school, Joshua Mjisha, was arrested for his murder. As April came to an end, it was reported that Panga welding men attacked a family, hacking 1 to death, leaving 3 with severe injuries in Masanyalaza zone, Najana Kumbi off Entebbe Road around midnight on Good Friday. The family head, Hajudis Chilugwajo, aged 48, did not survive his injuries. The month of May had quite a number of murder cases reported. On May 7th, 2 people, including a suspected robber and a security guy, were killed on the 6th of May 2019 during an armed robbery in Intinda, a Kampala suburb. One of the victims was Silas Tumwesige, a security guard. On May 9th, residents of Mabanda in Matuga, Wakiso district were shocked to find a Shushain aged 25 years, Nicholas Tumuramye, who had decapitated his girlfriend, Helen Kanye, aged 23 years, following rumors that she was having an affair. On May 18th, a report came in of a police officer attached to Elgon Region Flying Squad who was killed in the exchange of gunfire with suspected thugs near Nabumali Town Council in Mbale district. On May 28th, it was reported that the bodyguard of Buvuma Woman Member of Parliament, Jennifer Nantume Egunyu, shot dead a member of her constituency. The deceased, identified as Sadiq Chizito, aged 35 years, was a resident of Chizimba landing site in Bugaya sub-county. As the month of May came to an end, on the 30th, there was a report of two people, Jimmy Atkuru and Frank Aruho, who were shot on the 29th of May 2018 and several injured by masked armed men in Nansana and fled with cash. On the last day of May, a prominent businessman, Wilbur Mayanja, aged 54, who had been a cattle trader for 3 decades, was attacked in Matuga, Wakiso district on his way to Semto in Nakaseke district.